So let's start out laying down on our backs. And you'll want a blanket for practice today. Whether you choose to use it right now or not is up to you. So stretching out on your back. And if your low back feels really tight, feel free to keep your knees bent, and you can let your feet be wide and knees fall in against each other. If your back feels fine, you can stretch your legs out. Lift your shoulders up and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Just feeling that release, the elongation of the neck as you're laying here. And see if you can find some stillness in the physical being. And begin to deepen your breath. And let this breath invite in some movement into your body. Softening the belly so it can rise and fall. And with each breath, scan the body and see if you can read your body like a thermogram to notice where there's tension. So on a thermogram, the areas where there's heat or inflammation shows up red. And there's some orange and yellow parts too. So see if in your mind's eye you can see your body showing up like a thermogram, and notice where those places of red or orange show up, these places of tension. And see if you can send some breath to them. See if that breath can help cool, help soften, release those places. Maybe they feel like knots or rope or armor. And then feel into the emotional quality of these places and notice if any of them resonate with the not enough voice. You're not fast enough, skilled enough, rich enough, beautiful enough. All the enoughness, available enough. See if any of those messages or any others that you connect with resonate with these places of tension in your body. And for now, just noticing how that enoughness comes up. We're just going to move with this enoughness for a little bit and begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, re-energizing your body. And rolling the hands and feet around in little circles. So we're massaging out these joints. And go back the other way. Maybe there's a little snap, a crackle, pop in there. And then bringing everything back to stillness, letting go. And then begin to turn your head gently side to side, rolling the back of the head on the floor. Chin comes to one shoulder and then the other. Very slowly, and noticing how this maybe changes the position of your arms as you move. How the stretching through the neck feels. And then bringing your head back to center. Bring your arms down by your sides, a little closer to your body. With your next inhale, reach your arms in a big arc up to the sky, over your head on the floor. Arching the back, pointing the toes, stretch. Exhale, float the arms back up to the sky, down by the sides, flex the feet, tuck the tailbone. Again, inhale. Lifting, arching the back, stretching long. Exhale, float those arms down, flex the feet, tuck the tailbone. One more time like this. Beautiful. And again, rest for a breath. Let go of all effort. And then bending one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. You might move your arms a little farther out from your sides and readjust your sacrum here. We're just going to drop the knees side to side, waking up the low back and hips. And then hug your knees into your chest. Really squeeze them in. You might interlace your hands over your shins and rock a little side to side, just really feeling that compression in the hip flexors. And placing one hand on top of each knee, begin to move your knees around in separate circles so they come together and then out, away from each other, around and back in. And waking up those hip joints a little bit more. And going back the other way, reversing the direction of your circle. And then bringing the knees in together and circling the legs, staying together. And going back the other way. And coming back to center here. Reaching the arms and the legs up to the sky. We're going to rotate the hands and feet again. Maybe a little more snap, crackle, pop in those wrists and ankles. Back the other way. And then bringing hands and feet to stillness, reaching through the hands, really spreading the fingers, spreading the toes, reaching through the soles of the feet. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the knees out to the side, bending. Bring the elbows out to the side, bending. So the arms are kind of like the goalposts here. And the legs are kind of like frog legs. And then inhale, coming back up. So we're going to do that a few times here. Exhale. Out to the sides. Keep the hands and the feet activated. Inhale up. Exhale out. And float those arms above the floor. We're not letting them rest. 2 more. Lovely. Extending up. Now we're going to keep the legs straight, or as straight as feels comfortable for you, and open the arms and the legs straight out to the sides. Inhale back to center. Exhale out. Inhale, open. Exhale, come together. Inhale, come together. Exhale, open. Oh, we'll get this. Inhale back up. Exhale, open. Inhale back up. One more time. Lovely. Coming back up, and shake your arms and legs around. And you might roll a little side to side. Shake it out. Letting go of the not enough voices. Recognizing what a miracle you are. We did another class on that recently. Feel free to revisit it. Yay! Shake, 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 shake. All right, coming down, and we're going to roll over onto the left side and find your blanket. So we're going to bring the blanket up under the head. And knees are bent. We're going to do a little round of Dao Yin twists here. So we have the head on the blanket, knees, compassionate bend. The deeper the knees are bent, the more deep the twist is going to be. That's not necessarily the deeper the better. We want to be compassionate here. Palms on top of each other, connecting here. So with your next inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky and exhale back behind you, following the hand with the gaze, coming into this twist here. Inhale back up. Exhale, palms together. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, open. Inhale, up. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, open. This time we're going to stay in this twist and really feel that right shoulder melting down towards the floor. Notice where you can relax and release into those holdings or into the not enough. And feel yourself expanding out into recognizing your enoughness. Wow. Just being able to put your body into this shape, whoa, that's so amazing. And if you would like to go further, you can hold on to anywhere on your right leg with your left hand. Maybe you can reach the big toe with the fingers and extending out through that foot as you extend out through the right arm. And let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And releasing the leg. With your next inhale, bring your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, palms together. Close your eyes, take a breath here. And then placing your right palm on the floor in front of your face, press your way up. We're going to come to a seated position for just a moment. So you might bring your blanket underneath your sit bones here. And you can sit however you want to. It doesn't need to be cross-legged, however feels good to you. We're going to do a little bellows breath here to warm and clear out. So inhale, sweep the arms out and up, looking up. Exhale, float the arms out and down, looking down. We're going to wake up these shoulders a little bit here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, looking up. Exhale, out and down, looking down. One more time. Inhale, out and up. And now we're going to exhale, forcefully bringing the fists, hands to fists, and pushing the upper arms against the ribs. Forceful exhale out the nose like you're blowing your nose. Feel free to speed up if you would like. Really pulling the belly in as the exhale. Two more. Inhale up. Expand the palms, hold the breath in. And exhale, wrist circles, float your arms out and down. Interlacing the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders, inhale, lift. Arms, heart, gaze. Keep those arms lifted, shoulders dropping. Deep breath. And releasing. Now we're going to bring the blanket to the other side of the mat and come to rest on the right side with the hands reaching out from the heart. Compassionate bend in the knees. And here we'll do Taoyuan twists on this side. Inhale, reaching left arm up to the sky, following the hand with the gaze, stretching out. Exhale behind you. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, palms together. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, open to the floor behind you, really stretching that arm out from the shoulder. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, palms together. One more time. And this time we're going to stay in the twist. Really sinking into it. Feel that left shoulder dropping towards the earth. Just opening through the whole arm, through the chest, through the back, maybe down into the hips. Celebrating how much you are enough. just by being in this shape, by breathing, by showing up. And if you'd like to explore a little bit more here, you can stretch the left leg out, holding onto it at any point with the right hand. Maybe reach the toe, big toe, hold onto it with the fingers, and then pressing out through the foot, reaching out through the fingertips. Feel this expansion through the body. Take 2 letting go breaths. With your next inhale, releasing the leg and bring the arm back up to the sky. Exhale, palms together. Close your eyes, take a breath, notice. Wow. Sensation. Placing the left palm on the floor in front of your face, press into it and use both hands to walk your way up. This time we're going to come to hands and knees. So feel free to put your blanket underneath your knees if you would like. A little extra padding there, especially this time of year for the joints. Spreading the fingers really wide. Pressing down through the base of the index finger and the thumb. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round the spine, gazing towards the belly button. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the motion slide up the spine, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, lifting. This time curling the toes under and press back to a down dog. Bending one knee deeply and then the other here. Stretching through the backs of the legs, opening through the heart. Your brilliant heart can feel dimmed by the comparing mind. Bringing the legs to stillness, melting that heart a little bit more. What a beautiful, radiant heart you have. Inhale, pulling forward towards a plank pose. Holding here, you can drop your knees if you'd like. One more inhale. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to the floor, elbows and shoulders back. Squeeze the legs in against each other. Inhale, lift head, hands, and heart up off the floor and your legs. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift. Squeeze those legs, lift hands off the floor. Head lifts, heart lifts. Exhale, back down. One more time. Exhale down, lovely. Press the hands into the floor underneath. The shoulders coming up to a cobra. Engage the core. Press back to a down dog. With your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through top of the mat. We're going to drop that left knee to the floor. And coming up to a low lunge here. And adjusting your clothing if you need. Inhale, lifting the arms up. We're going to sink the hips down as much as they're willing to go here. And then we're going to sweep the torso around in a circle. So feel how this shifts down into the hips and go back the other way. Recognizing the wholeness of everything, even in the darkness of winter, new moon time. And reaching up, maybe a little back bend here. And exhale, touch the mat. And we're going to shift the hips back just any bit they're willing to go to lengthen through that front leg while still keeping the toes on the floor. Deep breath here. And then coming forward, curling the left toes under, press back, down dog. And in your down dog here, reaching your right hand back for wherever you can reach on your left leg, looking underneath the left arm. Little down dog balance twist here. And releasing, we'll do the other side, left hand to right leg. Hello. Nice stretch, twist through the upper back. And releasing here. And pull forward, plank pose, holding, or feel free to drop your knees, but keep those hips coming forward. See if you can puff up the space in between the shoulder blades. One more inhale, and exhale, lowering all the way down to the floor. This time reaching the arms out to the side, squeeze those legs in against each other. Inhale, lift up arms, head, and legs. Exhale down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Feel your belly connected to the belly of the earth, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to some version of cobra. Curl the toes under, press back. Down dog. Beautiful. Melting that heart. Inhale, lift left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat, dropping the right knee to the floor, coming up, maybe adjusting your clothing. Inhale, lifting the arms up, really sinking those hips. Breathing down to the hips, reaching up through the arms. Begin to circle the arms here. You don't need to keep them rigidly straight. See what kind of fluidity can come in, going back the other way. Nice. Coming back to center. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, touch the mat. And then shift the hips back here, keeping the toes on the floor of that left foot. Stretching through the left leg. Sending breath. And inhale, pulling forward, curling the right toes under, and press back to a down dog. Beautiful. Looking up past your hands, bend your knees. Little crouching cat here, and feel that power, like you could pounce, like your energy is getting re-inoculated with playfulness. Maybe not taking yourself too seriously. You can wiggle your tail in the air, feel yourself growing ears and whiskers and fur and a tail. And if you'd like, playfully, you can pounce to the top of your mat or step. And hang in a forward fold. Shake your head around. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Ooh. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. We're going to come to a chair pose here. So keep those hips dropped. Feel those inner thighs squeezing in towards each other. Arms reaching. Belly supporting the low back. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, melting down. And we're going to come down onto our backs. And it's okay if the blanket is there unless you need it somewhere else. And hug your knees into your chest. And then letting the knees come away from each other, reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles. Our happy baby pose. And tuning into that childlike wonder where everything is enough and all the things together are enough. Perhaps a more simple world than the ones we create as adults. If there's any final poses you would like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back. Perhaps using your blanket as support under your knees or your head, or covering you up, or maybe you leave it underneath you like I am. So coming back to the pose that we started our practice in, as the woodpeckers go to work on our porch posts. And softening into the earth. And again, scan the body. We're going to turn on our thermogram abilities again. And just notice for a moment if there's still big areas of tension, big areas of holding. There's a little less bright red on your reading. Maybe a little more appreciation. Or why those show up. And a little more empowerment of the choice that we have around the ways that we like to beat ourselves up. To whatever form of not enough that takes. And from here, sink into this sweet moment of relaxation, of recognizing how enough you are, it all is, the world is, others are. back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. As you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. And sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Dana Faulds to wash over you. This is a poem called Enough. It's enough to offer love, no matter how imperfectly received or given. It's enough to try and fail at a difficult task. Enough to fall and rise, stumble, fall again, sigh, and start to walk, however slowly, in the direction the soul points. It's enough to seek peace and find pain, to gain nothing but a vision of truth and take the long route home. It's enough to feel temptation, to dance the dance of the senses, the hot pull of desire, enough to call on God, walk through fire, sleep and cry and fear or welcome dying. It's enough to be and breathe, to feel the touch of wind on skin. It's enough to take the day as it comes, to watch the ripples on the lake as the rock sinks to the bottom, to see the wild reflection of the surface calm to a mirror once again. It's enough to hear the voice of fear and hide, or seek it out and face the shame or shadows. It's enough to set out to tame the demons and watch them multiply instead. It's enough to be buffeted by the winds of change and not blown over. I and you and all of us. More than enough. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. Thank you for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.